reading for all of the earth signs. The earth signs are Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. If you have Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo anywhere in your birth chart, this is your reading. It is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. You know what is for you and what is not for you. Oh my gosh, I do like to start the reading with a nice smudge. I do have some sage here if I don't burn the place down, which is this video does come with a cautionary warning. If you do smudge, make sure that you have a smudging bowl or some type of a device to catch the smoke and ashes. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for cleansing the area of any negative energy. 3 chimes to bring in positive energy. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the earth signs. Again, this is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. You know what is for you and what is not for you. Welcome to Remedies Alchemy and Tarot. My name is Greta. I am an intuitive tarot card reader. I do look at the sun placement, the moon placement, and other planetary placements to get an idea of the energy that is surrounding you at this time. But first and foremost, I do trust my intuition. It is my hope that during this tarot card reading, you practice using your intuition as well. I think that tarot cards are a wonderful way to vet what we are feeling, what we are experiencing, and where our intuition, where that inner voice, where that inner spirit, where source, the universe, is guiding us. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the collective. What would you like the Earth Signs Collective to know or to be aware of? And this week you are in some wonderful, powerful, magical energy. I tell you, all eyes are on you. People are being drawn to you almost kind of like a moth to the flame. And how are you going to use that energy? You can use being in the spotlight to create magic. And let's see if we can find some clarity on how to help or how to use that energy that you're experiencing to create the magic to manifest. I don't know, is there a difference between magic and manifestation? I think when we begin to actually manifest or we actually begin to reach our goals, many times we think it is like magic. It's like we've become so caught up in the labor, so caught up in making something happen that we forgot what it is that we wanted to happen. It always like happens on magic, even though it's something that we've worked and we've strived so hard to achieve. And the foundation, the basis of this reading is the Justice card, getting what we deserve. There is someone here that is experiencing justice, and justice is getting what we deserve. And that is followed or backed or forced by the Three of Pentacles. And this is a group situation or a social situation, something. Again, we're in the spotlight, we're the center of attention, and we're using that attention to get what we deserve. And let's see how that plays into the rest of your cards here this evening. And in your work life, and this are in your professional life and your public life, and this would be like your work, career, business, education, money, and finances. We start off with the Tower card. And the Tower card really is about a sudden change. And this change is like an act of God, it's like the act of the universe. There is nothing that anyone can say or can do that is going to change this situation, can stop this from happening. It is an act of God that is meant to bring blessings in for you. Followed by the Queen of Wands. And there you are sitting on your throne, trusting your intuition and your passion, and trusting that you are on the right path. Followed by the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords is the gift of wisdom. And this Ace of Swords has come up in quite a few of my readings this past week, Earth signs. And the gift of wisdom is the ability to know when, where, and how to apply knowledge. And so you have all of the information you have all of the knowledge that you need. And now is a time to apply that. And that is what wisdom is. It's the being able to use the information that we have. Followed by the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is the gift of passion, the gift of our drive. The wands in the tarot represent fire. And that fire is really all about the powerful divine spark that lies within each of us. It's about our soul and what feeds our soul, what drives us. It's like our spiritual power, the essence of our life, the life force. It's like what it is that helps us get up in the morning. What is it that we go to work for? That is the fire. That is the passion of our lives. And I see you having the strength to follow that. And because you have the strength to follow that, that is raining in or bringing in blessings for you. Hi, Rose. Rose, at the end of this reading, I will open it up for questions. Rose, if you are Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, when we get to the center row here, does include love, and you may find your answer there. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the collective. You can do no wrong at this time. All eyes are on you. And all eyes on you. And, sometimes when we think that we're being watched or that people are being attracted to us, sometimes we think that that is a negative thing. But in this case, at this time, it is a very good, a very positive thing. And everyone wants to hear what it is that you have to say, what it is that you are thinking, what it is that you are planning, or what it is that you're wanting to achieve. And they're wanting to know this because you're giving off the energy of success. And what is that saying? Everyone loves a winner, and you are in the winning energy at this time, and that is attracting people to you. Again, attracting people to you like moths to a flame. You can use this attention to create magic, and you can create that magic by sharing what it is that you would like to achieve, sharing your visions, sharing your thoughts. People are looking to you for direction at this time. So even if they're not coming out and telling you that, maybe you're just feeling that people are watching you, and they are, and they're watching you to help determine what move they should make next. You are leading people. It's like, that is a sign of a good leader. a good leader leads by example, and you are doing that. And I think that many times you are unaware of that because you are that natural born leader. You are still going to want to bring balance into your life. There's been a little bit of unevenness. Your life has been a little bit out of balance because so much attention is being placed on you. Demands for your time are being asked of you, are being required of you. And because of that, you haven't been spending as much time in your private life, in your personal life, as you would like. But you really do need to ask yourself, and this is a perfect time when you're in this energy of creating magic. This is the perfect time to ask yourself, is your professional life, is your business life, is your public life, is it reflecting what you would like to achieve in your private life? And if not, what adjustments can you make in order to achieve that balance and bring that balance back into your uh, life? Thank you. Maybe you're reconsidering an opportunity that you once said no to. And I think you said no to this opportunity at that time because you didn't have the confidence, or you didn't think that you had the experiences or the experience that you needed to be successful here. But you've had a change of mind, you've had a change of heart, where what you once said no to in your public life, in your professional life, you're now wanting to say yes to. And if you're maybe holding back on saying yes because maybe a certain amount of time has gone by, or maybe you feel that you've missed that opportunity, Spirit wants you to know that you have not missed the opportunity. You can still say yes to this situation. And when you say yes to this proposal, to this situation, to what is was asked of you, you have grown into that position, and you will easily step into that position, and you will be well received. It's not too late. They still want to say yes to you, and they still want to accept your yes. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the collective. And in your private life, in your personal life, and this would be love, home, family, and friends. I love that we start with this Two of Cups. And this Two of Cups really speaks to healing a relationship that has the power to heal. But in order to heal this relationship, there needs to be a well thought out plan. And you need to take action on that plan, as is indicated here by the Seven of Swords. And again, the healing, the Nine of Wands represents the wounded soldier. It's like we have the battle scars. We have put in the work, we have put in the time, we have put in the energy, and now is time to heal. Now is the time to heal. Followed by the Judgment card. Something from the past keeps reoccurring. Something from the past keeps reoccurring. And maybe that may be why you are feeling out of sync. Maybe you're just feeling out of sync, like there's just something not right in your personal life. Hi, Kelly. Welcome to Remedies Alchemy and Tarot. This evening, I am doing a collective for the Earth signs, which are Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. So, Gilly, if you have Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus anywhere in your birth chart, this is your reading. If you would like to wait until I'm done with the cards here on the table, Gilly, if you would like to ask a question about Cancer, I would be more than happy to answer that question. I will open up the reading to questions. Thank you, Spirit. And so it's that being out of sync where something's not right, and something's not right because there's something from your past that keeps reoccurring. Something from your past has you out of balance. Maybe what we need to be asking ourselves is, how have you been taking care of yourself? And this is taking care of yourself um, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Many times when we feel we're out of sync, it's because there's something from the past that is plaguing us, something from the past that keeps coming up. And when things from the past begin to bother us, many times we do not care for ourselves the way that we should. The air or the energy this week is primed for love, and it's primed for healing love. It's primed for healing relationships. Again, it's the bringing back into balance. You have been spending so much time with your work, your career, so much time in your public life that you haven't given time to yourself, and you haven't given time to make space, make room for love. And that is really what is being called for here. You know, this week, or that was that lunar eclipse. I'm so get some, but the lunar eclipse that has just happened has given you the clarity on parts of your shadow self. There's parts of your shadow selves that you're gaining clarity on. You've been overly critical of yourself. And perhaps this healing relationship is healing your relationship with yourself. You've been not caring for yourself physically, emotionally, or spiritually as you would like. You have been overly critical of yourself, and it is time to care for yourself. And the best way we can begin to care for ourselves is through forgiveness and through compassion. Many times we are more forgiving and more compassionate towards others than we are of ourselves or to ourselves. And there is something here from your past that needs to be forgiven. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the collective of the earth signs. And here we start with the High Priestess. I like that the sky is the limit. The sky is the limit. Followed by the Devil card. And the Devil card also represents the zodiac sign of Capricorn in the tarot. So, again, this is a Capricorn reading. And Capricorns, we have the drive to succeed. We, when we focus, when we put our energy into achieving something, we achieve it. And many times we achieve it at all cost. Are you paying too high of a cost to reach and achievement, followed by the Three of Wands. I like this Three of Wands here. If we look closer at what is going on here in this Three of Wands, we see someone that is actually standing in a doorway. And if we look even closer, he has already stepped through that doorway. And that third staff, he's using that to guide himself, to steady himself along his path. And remember, the wands in tarot represents our divine spark within, our soul, our inner light, our passion, our desires. And you're using that to guide yourself along a new path, followed by the world card. The world is your oyster. You know, it's important that this week we take advantage of that energy of not being able to do wrong, of being in the spotlight, of receiving that positive attention, and that we look and we search for the words that are going to heal a broken relationship. And I do not know if this broken relationship is with you or if this broken relationship is with another person, but there's a broken relationship here that you can heal through words. And it is, whose reading was that sometimes it's better to speak the wrong words than not to speak any words at all. When we do not speak words because we're afraid that they're going to be the wrong words, many times we give off the wrong impression. We give off the impression that we don't care, or we give off the impression that we're indifferent, when really it's not that. Really, it's just that we don't have the right words. We're having a difficult time finding the right words. But in that situation, it's better to speak the wrong words. At least if you're speaking words, that gives the other person or the other people the opportunity to understand where you are, what your process is. And it's a starting point of working things out, of working through a situation. Remember, sometimes the wrong words are better than no words at all. Optimism is going to be your superhuman power this week. And that is the message that I have for the collective. I am going to open up the reading for questions. And so, Gilly, if you had a question, do write that in the comment section, and I will be very happy to draw a card for you, or a couple cards. Usually I try to draw one card for questions, but sometimes Spirit will give me two or three. I will usually cut the line off at three. If I get more than three, I'll put those back in the deck. But yeah, so usually those questions are answered with one, two, or three cards. But again, I am opening up the reading for questions. So if anyone has a question that they would like to find clarity on, please write that in the comment section, and we'll draw a card or two for you and see what Spirit has to say. And again, it does go back to what I was saying at the beginning of the reading about tarot cards being a wonderful way to vet what it is that you are thinking or what it is that you are experiencing. Thank you, Gilly. And so Gilly would like to know about the Scorpio and Cancer. Okay, so Gilly, I usually limit one question per person per reading. And so I am shuffling the cards for you, Gilly. Is there a specific question that you would like to ask about the Scorpio and the Cancer? And the more specific, the more narrow, the more direct the question, the more direct the answer. Thank you, Gilly. Where is the Cancer and the Scorpio headed for Gilly? And look at that, Gilly. We have 3 cards. Okay, this is an interesting 3 cards. And so the first card we start with is the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords is youth. Page of Swords is young. Page of Swords lacks experience. And we can even see the clouds here, that there's a lack of clarity. It's like they have their sword drawn, but they don't know what to do. So it's like there's someone or in this relationship, one or both, they do not have the clarity, they do not have the experience to know what to do next. Followed by the Queen of Cups. And many times I like to call the Queen of Cups a too much card. If we look closer at what the Queen is doing here, look, she's just so relaxed, or she's so disconnected from what is going on. And what's interesting about this Queen is that she doesn't have a cup. She doesn't have a chalice. She has the top of a scepter, but she doesn't have a chalice because she doesn't know what to do with her feelings. She doesn't know what to do with her emotions. And because she doesn't know what to do with her feelings and she doesn't know what to do with her emotions, she's kind of drawn back. You can see where she's kind of just sitting there, not knowing what to do next. And the Hermit card. And the Hermit card, many people will say that this Hermit card, his feet are frozen there. While he does have that star there, that guiding light to light his path, and he could use that warmth from the star to free his feet, he has not known what to do. And so I think that there is one person in, I don't know if it is the Cancer or the Scorpio, that lacks the experience or lacks the clarity in knowing how to move forward. There is the Queen of Cups. So there is one person in this situation that it's almost like it's too much emotion. It's just too much to try to figure out, to where they have taken a step back because it's too much. They don't know what to do, and that it is stuck, that it is frozen. Let me draw one more card. I usually don't do that. What is the action? And so, Gilly, are you the Cancer or the Scorpio? What should Gilly do in this situation? How can Gilly get unstuck in this situation? How can Gilly get unstuck in this situation? I think that is the question, is it not, Gilly? That's too many cards. One card, Spirit. How can Gilly? There we go. Gilly, in order to become unstuck in this situation, you have the Queen of Swords. In order to find the clarity that you need in this situation, you must cut ties with the past. You must cut the ties that are binding you. And if we look, we can see that the Queen has the sword there, but look at that tie there. She has cut the ties that are holding her back in order to find the clarity that she needs. If you would like to find clarity and know how to move forward. Before you can move forward, you must cut all ties that are binding you. Thank you, Spirit. Hi, G, Polo G. Welcome back to Remedies Alchemy and Tarot. I'm so glad to see you this evening. And so I did complete the reading for the earth signs, which did include the Taurus. If you do have a question that you would like to ask Polo G, I would be very happy to answer, or I'll be very happy. Letting go is very difficult. That I agree 100%. And it's having faith, having faith in ourselves, having faith in ourselves. And so, Polo G, thank you. Do you see my friend group reuniting and traveling, doing business, and just having fun as we used to? And let's see. Look at that. That is an interesting card that you received there, Polo G. You have the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands, it's an organized chaos. And if we look closer, they're not really hurting each other. They're really not damaging each other. They are practicing. They are working together as a team. They are working together as a team to prepare for battle. And so I do see your French group reuniting and doing as you used to. But it is going to take a lot of it is going to take a lot of work and a lot of organization on everyone's part to bring that together. And I guess I'm just getting the impression from this card that everyone is busy doing what they are passionate about, doing what it is that they're called to do. And so there's going to be a lot of scheduling conflicts. But yes, you will get together as a group and travel and have fun as you once had. But it is going to take some work, time, and organization, as is indicated by this Five of Wands. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the collective. There we go. I get a little bit off kick there. Thank you, Polo G. I'm so happy to see you again. Hopefully, I will see you again in another reading. Did anyone else have any questions they would like to draw a card for or see a card for? Thank you, Spirit. And so I do want to thank you for viewing the reading this evening. Again, welcome to Remedies Alchemy and Tarot. I do want to thank you for liking and subscribing and to turn on that notification button for my live streams. I do try to live stream at least once a day. For the next week or two, my live streams are going to be occurring through varying times of the day as I'm looking for a good time slot. If there is a time slot where you would like me to have my live stream readings, do write that in the comments and I will take that into consideration. Because I know sometimes, just we're all so random. That is one thing that I do like about the live stream. I like that I'm able to speak with you all and to get a better understanding of where you would like the readings to go. But I also like that usually within 24 hours it does post. So even if you miss your live stream, you can still view that and comment there. Thank you, Spirit. Well, thank you very much. And I hope each and every one of you have a blessed evening.